Om yogis, let's lie down. Today we're going to practice with gratitude, for gratitude. And try and cultivate this this quality in ourselves, this beautiful quality. So lie down and let's come into some diaphragmatic breathing. So place one hand on your belly and one hand on your chest, and just start to breathe into your belly. Send the breath down towards the pelvis, and your ribs shouldn't really move. Breathing in and breathing out nice and easily. The breath is moving down as you breathe in, down into the pelvis. Attitude of gratitude reduces mental, physical fatigue. It can improve your relationships. It can boost your immunity and helps us to get better rest, helps us to relax more. So just tuning into whatever it is you might be grateful for at this moment. And then release that breath. Bring your knees in towards your chest and just gently breathe in here, and as you breathe out, let the knees fall to the left. Breathing in, knees come back to center. Breathing out, knees fall to the right, and just continue with this. Moving your knees side to side. Beautiful, then come back to center. As you breathe in, your abdomen expands and your knees move away from you. As you breathe out, knees move closer to you. So your knees are hugged in towards your chest, but as you breathe in, your abdomen is gently pushing them away. And as you breathe out, knees come back in towards the body. Breath feels very nourishing here, and we can be grateful for our breath. And then you can hug your knees in and just roll up and down along your spine to roll up, or roll to one side and press yourself up to a comfortable seat. Bringing your hands to your shoulders, your elbows go wide. As you inhale, gently twist to the left, and as you exhale, twist to the right. Should have said this before, but keep going with that, left to right, and you can go as quickly or as slowly as you like, feeling gratitude for the movement in your body here. Beautiful. Then when you're ready, come back to center. Let's come into hero pose, so just kneeling here. Bring your arms out in front of you and make fists with your arms straight out in front of you, keeping your body completely still, keeping your tailbone anchored and your belly pulled in so you don't overarch your lower back. Bring one arm up and one arm alongside the body, behind you and up behind you. And stop here. So your arms are sort of faced in different directions and you're engaging through the arms and stretching at the same time. Release that, lovelies, and swap the arms over. So the other arm comes straight upright and the other arm is going alongside the body, back and behind you. And once you get to your full stretch, just breathe here. Check that your tailbone is anchored. Check you're not overarching your back. Beautiful, then come back to center. Let's swap that over again, do that on the other side. And come back to center. Now swap over again, do it on the other side. Stretch. And come back to center. Let's swap it over one last time, stretching respectively on each arm to your full capacity. And then when you're ready, just bend your elbows and your arms will come back towards Gomukhasana arms. Your fists come towards one another and you might want to extend your fingers and maybe clasp the fingers if that is there for you today. Breathe here. Being grateful for your breath, being grateful for the sensations in your body, being grateful for the stretch and the opportunity to work a little differently into your arms. When you're ready, release that. Swap the arms over again and come into that stretch with the arms straight. So you're in the same stretch on the other side. One arm is coming up towards the ceiling, the other arm is back and up behind you. Then when you're ready, bend the elbows. So bring you towards Gomukhasana stretch with the arms. Maybe stretch out the fingers and clasp the fingers and breathe here. Now shift your awareness into an attitude of gratitude. Find something to be grateful for. All too often we sit in a pose feeling everything that is difficult about it, waiting to be released. And that release is coming. Take one more breath. Exhale, let it go. Gorgeous. Let's bring your arms as if you're going to come into eagle arms, but don't wrap your arms now. So your forearms come close together, your elbows and your inner arms are touching, lifting the elbows up. And now just separate your wrists as if you're opening a window, keeping the elbows up, as if to peekaboo through that window you make with your hands. Breathe here, keeping the elbows lifted. Exhale, release, just lower the elbows for a moment. Inhale, elbows rise. Exhale here. Inhale, open the hands. Exhale here. Inhale here. Exhale, release your arms down a little bit. One more. Inhale, lift the elbows. Exhale, open the arms. Inhale, close the hands back together. And exhale, release down. Beautiful. Come on to all fours now, lovelies. Cat-cow. And in your cat-cow, find something to be grateful for. Find something or someone to say thank you to. Beautiful. Come back to center when you're ready. And we're just going to transition between all fours and child's pose. So press yourself back to child's pose. And then inhale all fours. Exhaling back to child's pose. Inhaling back to all fours. Now exhale down for the count of 4, 3, 2, 1. That's child's pose. Now inhale, 4, coming up, 3, 2, 1, all fours. Exhale down, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale up, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale down. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale up. 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale down. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale up. 4, 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. Now when you're ready, push back, downward facing dog. Now shorten your dog a little bit. Take your feet wide, mat's width apart. Now take your left hand and just hold the outside edge of your right ankle or shin. And use the leverage of the hand against the leg to pull you into a twist here. Gently does it. Coming back to downward facing dog. Swapping your hands. Inhale here, and as you exhale, twist. Breathing here. Deepening the twist on your exhale. Coming back, downward facing dog. Bend your knees as you look forward. Exhale, downward facing dog. Bending the knees, looking forward. Exhale, downward facing dog. Let's bend the knees again, look forward. This time, exhale, step or walk to the front of your mat. Inhale, halfway rise. Exhale, fold on in. Inhale, all the way up. Now interlace your hands in front of you and turn your palms towards the ceiling as you stretch long here. Breathing, and then gently begin to sway a little bit side to side. Trying not to twist, try to keep your whole body and hips facing forward. Inhaling center, exhaling over to one side. Inhaling back to center, exhale over to the other side. Beautiful. When you're ready, come back to center. And bring your hands just underneath your buttocks behind you to the tops of your thighs at the back. Let's inhale here. And now exhale, running your hands down the backs of your legs, come into fold position. Inhale, the hands come back up the backs of the legs, and as they do, the chest lifts and lifts you back to standing. Let's exhale, go down again for 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, come on up. 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale. 6, 5, moving down. 4, 3, 2, 1, coming up. 4, 3, 2, 1. Last one coming down for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale up. 4, 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. Stretch long now. Inhale here. Now exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway rise. Exhale, back to plank, lowering to the ground. Inhale, cobra, up dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Breathe here. Beautiful. Raise your left leg, lovelies. Stretch long through the left leg. And then draw the knee into the chest. Step that left foot forward between your hands. And rise up, warrior 2 here. Maintain the attitude of gratitude. Be grateful for the breath, be grateful for your ground, be grateful for your legs. And then when you're ready, inhale here, and as exhale, come into side angle pose. You can have your left forearm to your knee, or you can drop the hands down so the fingers are outside the feet. And the arm and the leg resist one another to open the chest a little more. Breathe and open here. Beautiful. When you're ready, inhale here. Exhale here. Your next inhale brings you back to warrior 2. And as you exhale, turn your feet to the side, the long edge of your mat for a wide leg forward fold. Inhale, lift your heart. Exhale, fold on in. So many of us have a baseline feeling of stress or lack or worry that runs in the, underneath the surface of our lives. And this creates baseline feelings that are, in essence, negative, difficult, hard going. Having gratitude can start to shift those baseline feelings towards the positive, puts us in a new habit pattern. So our negative baseline can change as we move towards an attitude of gratitude. Our filter, that baseline feeling that we filter everything through, becomes positive, and our outlook and our reality can shift from that. Beautiful. Bring your hands to your hips, lovelies. Bend your knees and inhale, slowly come up to stand. Now windmill your arms back to the mat. Meet me in plank position. Take an inhale in plank, and then exhale, lowering yourself to the ground through chaturanga, knees, chest, chin. Inhale, up dog or cobra, and exhale, downward facing dog. Now raise your right leg up towards the sky, and then pull it in towards your chest, knee towards the chest, and then when you're ready, bring that right leg through between your hands. This brings you up to warrior two on the other side. In this posture, find something to be grateful for. Breathe deep. Gorgeous. Then from here, let's come into side angle pose. However, your right forearm is to your knee, your thigh, or the fingers can come to the outside of your feet, and you can use the arm against the leg to lever the chest a little more open. Top hand can be towards the ceiling or over the ear, whichever way you like. Whatever shape you make, be grateful for this shape. It starts to shift the energy inside of us. Let's inhale here and exhale here. And your next inhale draws you back on up, warrior two. Gorgeous. Now turn your feet to the side edge of your mat. It will be the other side edge now, coming into wide leg forward fold, inhaling, lifting your chest, exhaling, folding through. Your hands can be in any position that you like here. Just breathe. Our negative baseline can change as we move towards an attitude of gratitude. Our filter becomes positive, and our outlook and our reality can shift through this. An attitude of gratitude can reduce mental and physical fatigue, improve our relationships, boost our immunity, and help us get better rest. Beautiful. When you're ready, bring your hands to your hips, put a little bend in your knees if you need it, and on your next inhale, slowly come up to stand. And from here, let's go through this awkward transition, but be grateful for the awkwardness and meet me in plank. Lowering to the ground when we get there, knees, chest, chin, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog or cobra. And exhale, downward facing dog. Take an inhale here, bend your knees, look forward. Exhale, jump to sit between your hands or thereabouts. Coming into Janu Sirsasana A, your left knee bends. You inhale, and as you exhale, gently move your heart towards the foot of your straight leg. Breathe here. So many of us have these baseline feelings of stress, lack or worry, and this gives us a kind of negative filter on everything. Makes us expect the worst rather than appreciate the best. And gratitude can shift this baseline filter, can move it towards the positive. Let's inhale here, lift your heart. Exhale, gently release, swap your legs. Inhale, lift your heart. And exhale, fold, second side, Janushirasana A. And in this posture, we're gently working the heart towards the feet. On your next inhale, lift your heart. And as you exhale, gently rise on out. Lovely. Come back to the first side, Janushirasana. But we're going to take a Parivrtta Janushirasana. So let's go wider with the hips. So take a wider stance here. So your straight leg will be coming out to the side a little more. And now we're just going to stretch over that straight leg, side stretch over. And side stretch over to whatever your capacity is. Don't push beyond your capacity. Find the feeling in your body and say thank you. Allow yourself the luxury of feeling. Move into this attitude of being grateful for what we can do, rather than stressed out for what we feel we're not doing. Let's inhale here, and exhale here. On your next inhale, slowly bring yourself up to center. Gently swap your legs. Take an inhale in the center line. As you exhale, side stretch over the other leg. Breathing and saying thank you for what there is to be grateful for, and there is so much. Let's inhale here, lovelies. Exhale here. And on your next inhale, slowly come back to center. Cross your legs in front of your body. Rock your weight forward. Meet me in plank position. From plank, let's come to the ground, knees, chest, chin, chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or up dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Beautiful. Now separate your feet wide again in downward facing dog, mats width apart, and walk your hands back to meet your feet. And when you get here, you can kind of transition as gracefully and gratefully as possible into malasana or yogic squat at the back of your mat. Find something to be grateful for here. And see if you can become a little bit more of an ally to your own body. So drop any criticism of your own body. Move into the sensation and the feeling sense in your body and work with it. And if that means doing a little less, do a little less. If that means letting the body do a little more, let it do a little more. And from this attitude of gratitude, you can either stay in Malasana or you can take a little crow pose here. Whatever it is you're doing, be grateful that you can do it, or at least attempt it today, in this moment on your mat. Now if you're in crow pose, come out of that, grab your block, and we're going to come into noose posture. So put your heels upon your block, elevate your heels. Take a moment in the center line, and then take your right hand behind you, stretch long with your left side, long through the left arm, and then on your exhale, twist. You might want to work towards the bind, you might want to be in the bind, whatever feels good for your body today. Find something here to say thank you for. Say thank you to that block. It makes this posture so much easier. And then when you're ready, let's come back to center. Let's do that to the other side. So left hand comes behind us to balance us as we stretch long through right side. Lifting here, and as you exhale, twist. Let's inhale here. Exhale, gently release that, come back to center. Beautiful, remove your block, come to sit on your heels. Beautiful, sitting on your heels now, bring your knees wide. So your heels are together and your knees are wide. And we're going to bring the palms between your knees with your fingers facing towards you as best you can. Now straighten your arms and lengthen your spine, and feel welcome to adjust any of those positions if they don't work for your body. Say thank you that you have the freedom to move your body in whichever way you want, really. And you do have that freedom. But we're going to straighten the arms wherever we are. We're going to lengthen the spine wherever we are. We're going to take a big inhale here. And as you exhale, stick out your tongue, turn your eyes to the sky, lion. Breathing out. Let's do a few of those on your own. Deep breath in, lengthening, and then exhale. Releasing from the diaphragm. So this posture releases tensions in the diaphragm. Keep going, lovely, with your lions. And find something in this to be grateful for. Be grateful for the breath, be grateful for that release. Lovely, and then when you're ready, gently come back, move your hands back to normal position and be grateful for that. Walk your hands forward, separate your feet and press back, downward facing dog, to stretch it all out. Beautiful. From downward facing dog, let's shift forward to plank. Inhaling in plank, exhaling, coming to the mat whatever way you like. Knees, chest, chin, chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Beautiful. Bend your knees. Inhale, look forward. And exhale, press back, downward facing dog. Sorry about that. Inhale, look forward. And exhale, back to dog. Let's inhale, look forward. This time as we exhale, let's jump to sit. And I'm sorry that I didn't say this before, but sit kneeling. So just drop to kneeling. And we're going to sit towards your left hip. We're going to bring your right leg over your left leg. And then we're going to inhale, lift the spine. And exhale, twist towards that raised bent knee, Ardha Matsyendrasana. Close your eyes, turn the corners of your mouth up. Find something or someone to be grateful for in this moment. And there is so much we will have to be grateful for. Beautiful. Inhale here. Exhale here, twist a little deeper. On your next inhale, preparing to come out. And as you exhale, gently release back to center, coming back to kneeling position when you're ready. And now dropping to the other hip, I believe it's the right hip, which means your left foot is coming up and over. The sole of the left foot is to the ground. Knee is bent as you inhale, lifting and lengthening the spine. And as you exhale, twist towards your bent leg. Finding something here to be grateful for. We often take for granted the very things that most deserve our gratitude. Our internal organs spring to mind in this pose as we inhale here. On your next inhale, exhale, twist a little deeper. Breathe a little more. And then as you inhale, prepare to come out. And as you exhale, come out of that twist. Beautiful. Shifting yourself forwards onto all fours. We're just going to take tiger here. So let's start with cat-cow, just to prepare the spine a little bit. And now take one of your legs into that cat-cow so that there's a controlled sort of kick back here. And your spine becomes a little bit stiller, a little bit stronger. Your belly is strong here. You're just lifting the leg up and back, kicking the leg up and back. In this pose, I like to be grateful for everything that I need to kick out against in order to grow. Every obstacle, thank you. You can do this as quickly or as slowly as you like. If you're in the mood and you want to add Kapalabhati type breath, like a pumping action to the breath, you can do that. Next inhale prepares you to come out, and as you exhale, come out of that and swap your legs over. Do exactly the same thing on the other side, lovelies. as quickly or as slowly as you need to move. The only caveat on that is you find something to be grateful for. Pump the breath if that feels appropriate. Inhale to prepare to come out, and as you exhale, come out of that. And now we're just going to do, we're just going to swap to the other leg and just take it out to the side. The only way to describe this position is like a dog that's sort of cocking its leg up a tree. And it makes me laugh every time when I think this move is called fire hydrant. I wonder why. I don't know. But anyway, we're raising the leg as we inhale and bringing it back to center as we exhale. Moving as slowly or as quickly as you like. Feeling gratitude to dogs, fire hydrants, and humor. They say gratitude is the secret to a joy-filled life. The more we can be grateful for, the more joy there is. The more we cultivate feelings of joy inside of ourselves. That baseline feeling that we have becomes joyful and not scared and worried and anxious. The more we cultivate gratitude. Let's swap the legs over. Beautiful. When you're ready, come on out of that and push back, downward facing dog. And from your downward facing dog, let's shift forward to plank, lowering to the ground on your exhale. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, back to downward facing dog. And then gently raise your left leg skyward. Inhale here, and as you exhale, bring that left leg between the hands. Make sure your feet are hips distance apart. Stay on the ball of your back foot. And slowly rise up to crescent pose. So you're in a high lunge here. Relax your hands down to the sides of your body with your palms facing forward. As you find your balance. And now just bend your elbows and lift your arms up. So it's like you're holding a tray of something beautiful. So imagine the most delicious dessert or the most wonderful cheese board in the whole world. And you're holding this tray and you're so delighted that your heart starts to bloom and blossom and your shoulders move back towards each other. So your shoulders are squeezing back. Now keep those shoulders squeezing back. Give the tray over to the universe. Let the hands drop again. Bring them behind you. Interlace your hands behind you. See if you can straighten your hands as best you can and bring the palms as close towards one another as possible while you're keeping that squeeze on the shoulders. Now once you find the interlace, create some resistance here by pulling your hands apart as you squeeze them together. And I know how that sounds. But the interlaced fingers will keep the hands together, and just gently pull them apart until you feel a really beautiful stretch in the chest here. Breathe into that. Gorgeous. Now release your hands. Bring your hands to the sky. Inhale here. Exhale, meet me in plank. And after that lunge pose, we're grateful for plank. We can be grateful for everything. Exhale, lower to the ground. Inhale up, dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Your right foot is going skyward now. Nice stretch here, inhaling. And as you exhale, right foot comes between the hands. Check that your legs are hip width apart, so you've got plenty of room to balance. And then come up into that high lunge crescent moon pose. Relax your hands to the sides of you while you find your balance. And then gently bend the elbows. What is this a tray of this time? Could be any number of things. Chocolate cake, beans on toast, all the things I love. Lovely. And you love it so much that the shoulders start to squeeze towards one another, heart starts to open and lift. And then we drop the arms back down, find that interlace, straighten the arms, push the palms together as best we can if that's possible for us. And now begin to create that resistance, imagining that you're pulling the palms apart as you squeeze them together. That resistance should create a really nice stretch through the chest. So it's like you're stretching your arms and shoulders, but you're still very active in the stretch. And that changes it. And we can be grateful. And now release that. Inhale, the arms lift, and we can be doubly grateful because we know it's about to end. And exhale, meet me in plank position. Beautiful. Lower to the ground, chaturanga, knees, chest, chin. Inhale up, dog or cobra. And exhale, downward facing dog. We often take for granted the very things that most deserve our gratitude. Now your heart has had that little opening. What is it? Who is it that springs to mind, that is in your heart, that you're grateful for? Let's raise your left leg now towards the sky. Inhale here. As you exhale, step forward. Come into low lunge here. Dropping the back knee down, lifting the heart, extending the arms. And exhale, back to the mat. Back to downward facing dog. Right leg steps forward, low lunge, raise your arms. And exhale, come back to plank. Knees, chest, chin, chaturanga. Inhale up, dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Bend both knees, lovelies. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, front of mat. Inhale, halfway rise. Exhale, fold on in. Inhale, all the way up. Let's raise your left leg up for tree pose here. And whether you are a beautiful solid tree or you're more of a bamboo shoot today, whatever kind of tree you are today, be grateful. Gratitude is the secret to a joy-filled life. And now, come out of that, but keep your foot off the ground. Just bring your knee forward. Try to keep your balance as you take the leg back, warrior free. And then gently take your back leg to the ground, so we're back in crescent pose. Lifting the arms, breathe in, breathe out as you meet me in plank. Take a breath in plank. Lower to the ground, knees, chest, chin. Inhale up, dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Bend both knees. Inhale here. Exhale, front of mat. Inhale, halfway rise. Exhale, fold on in. Inhale all the way up. Exhale, hands to your heart, find your balance. Come into tree with your right leg raised. If you went on a different leg, just swap it over, I don't mind. It's absolutely fine. So your right leg is in tree, and you're just grateful for whatever kind of tree, whatever kind of balance you can find today. And the beautiful thing about the practice of yoga is there is no wrong answer. And we can't be good at yoga. We're all the same at yoga. So we be grateful for that. Release your tree, lovely. Keep your knee lifted if you can. And then slowly take the leg back. Warrior 3. Very, very brief warrior 3 here. Very brief balance. And then when you're ready from your warrior 3, drop that back into crescent pose, stretching the arms up, breathing in. Now breathing out, come back to plank position, lowering to the ground, knees, chest, chin. Inhale, up dog or cobra. And exhale, downward facing dog. Thought I'd give you a moment of silence and stillness to be grateful for. And that is done now. So we are going to lift your left leg first to the sky. Inhale here, and as you exhale, step it forward. Now inhale, rise up, warrior 2. Now we're going to bring your back arm, which I believe would be your right arm, so whichever arm is nearest the back of your mat, bring it behind you and line up your forearm, your lower arm, with your lower ribs. So your fingers might just stick out towards your left side. And you can take your left hand and you can use that just to deepen the stretch here. And then once you've got it, extend both arms to the left, I believe, I hope, or to the front of your mat. So both arms are going the same way in this unusual warrior, and then we're going to turn the head away from the arms, so that would probably be towards the back of the mat. I really hope that's right. Breathe here. Don't allow your bent knee to roll in. Use your back foot to stabilize the pose. See if you can sink a little bit deeper. Inhale here. Exhale here. And then on your next inhale, release your arms. Windmill them down to the mat. Lowering to the ground, chaturanga, knees, chest, chin. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. I think it's your right foot that's raised now, so raise that towards the sky. Step your right foot between your hands. And rise on up, warrior 2. Hopefully you're on the other side. If not, switch your legs, do it on the other side. Okay, so the arm that is closest, the back of the mat, which I think is probably your left arm, is going to come back behind you now, lining up the forearm with the lower ribs. You can take your right arm and just hold your left hand and just pull a little deeper into that twist from here if you like, or into that stretch, sorry. Then both arms extend forward towards the front of your mat. Don't allow your bent knee to roll in here, so open it up, keep it open. And then the head can turn to the back of the mat. And this will remind you to use your straight leg to support the whole pose. Be grateful for the leg that is behind you, moving you on, keeping you steady. And the leg that is in front of you, lining you up. Be grateful for your breath as you inhale. And as you exhale, release that. Inhale here and exhale, windmill the arms back to the mat, meet me in plank. From plank position, let's just push back to downward facing dog. Leave out that vinyasa. Thank you very much. You're most welcome. If you'd like to do a vinyasa, you can feel free. Thank you very much. You are most welcome. Now, wherever you are, lovelies, let's take your left foot to the skyward now. On your inhale, and as you exhale, step it forward. And take your left foot over to the left of your mat. Take it maybe even off the left side of your mat a little bit. And turn your foot to a 45-degree angle. The arms are the other, they're not, the arms are between the legs. Yeah, they are between the legs. I'm complicating this now. I'm losing my faith in myself. Okay. Lower the back leg down, so we're in dragon pose here. But we're just going to sort of mix it up a little bit by taking the arms out on the diagonal the other way, away from the foot. So the arms come out on the opposite diagonal, if that makes sense. And now we're going to drop onto one forearm. I believe it's the outside arm that is the most natural one. It might be the inside arm though, because I'm not doing it, I don't know. But just drop to whichever forearm is comfortable, and then extend the other arm long. Or keep the arms where they are, whatever's good for your body. Breathe here. I think either arm is fine to drop down to. Lovely. And then when you're ready, let's come back to center. And press back through downward facing dog. Give your hips a little wiggle if you like. Now we're going to bring the right foot through. Lift the right leg first of all. Bring it through. And over on a diagonal to the right, 45-degree diagonal here. Now gently reach your arms on the diagonal to the other side, so they're going over to the left this time. Dropping onto whichever forearm feels most natural to drop onto, if it feels natural to drop onto either of them. If not, stay up and breathe. Although I'm grateful for my rights and my lefts, I'm grateful for both sides of my body. I often can't remember where the heck I am with them. But in them cases, I'm just grateful for a sense of humour. And forgiving companions in yoga. If you're doing this class, thank you for your forgiveness. Beautiful. When you're ready, walk yourself back to center. Gently press back, downward facing dog, stretch it all out. Walk your dog for a moment, you guys. And now let's just drop to the knees. Bring your feet together, knees wide. Push back, push your seat back to your heels. Extend your arms, child's pose. Breathe here. Grateful for rest and grateful for a brief period of silence. I'm going to leave you here for a minute or so. Alright, so from child's pose, let's press back to hero pose here. So you're sitting back onto your heels or up onto a block if you prefer. And we're just going to inhale, circle your arms wide and up, and exhale, circle the arms down behind you and drop your forehead to the mat. So we inhale as the arms come up. If you don't have room for the circle, they can just come straight in front of you. And exhale, forehead drops down, arms come down behind you. And as we inhale, we can feel this energy of inspiration, appreciation, and as we exhale, deep, deep gratitude, thankfulness. What is it that inspires you? And can you take a moment now to be grateful? We often take for granted the very things that most deserve our gratitude. as we inhale, we remember what inspires us and we recognize the good that is already here. That sets the perfect foundation for an abundant baseline. And if that energy of abundance is running underneath the surface of ourselves, that colors everything in our lives. We see the world in abundance and we find more and more and more to be grateful for. In ourselves, in one another, in our lives, in our home. Now as you inhale, rise up for the count of 4, 3, 2, 1, and exhale down for 4, 3, 2, 1. Again, rise up for 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. Come on up when you're ready and gently lower yourself into Sphinx position here. Come down onto your forearms. Gently lifting the lower belly just above the pubic bone. Activate both of your legs. Activate your feet and your toes. Press your tailbone down. Lift your heart and roll your shoulders away from your ears. Relax the back and the sides of your neck. Relax your jaw. Let your chin fall downwards ever so slightly. Breathing here. Recognizing the good things that are already here is the foundation for abundance. And gratitude and abundance is the secret to a joy-filled life. Also owning a dog. Quiet, Floke. Lovely. From here, lovely ones, let's take your right arm now. I'm gonna have to do it with you. And we're just gonna lift the elbow and take it over to the right. So you're in a bit of a wonky Sphinx, and that's gonna make you want to roll to your right hip and use your left hand as like a kickstand to support that. And this brings us into a really nice shoulder stretch. Should feel really nice. And once I get here, I like to kind of position my head in a raised but relaxed fashion and stretch out through my upper leg, maybe even lifting that up too. And breathing here. If this doesn't feel good for your body, lovelies, you can feel really welcome to stay in Sphinx. See if you can adjust any baseline feelings of anxiety or lack or worry into feelings of abundance, relaxation, and joy. And gratitude, actually. Gratitude. Beautiful. When you're ready, just gently come back to center. Come back to Sphinx for a moment. And now we're going to, from your Sphinx pose, lift your left elbow up and out to the side. And that's going to make you want to roll towards your left hip a little bit. Maybe a lot, maybe not a lot, up to you. Use your right hand as a kickstand. Raised but relaxed position with your head, and the top leg can be slightly just floating in space. Find something to be grateful for. Your gratitude reduces your mental or physical fatigue. It will improve your relationships. It will boost your immune system. And just facilitate, better sleep, more rest, and a better baseline, really. Beautiful. When you're ready, come back to center. And from here, we're going to push back, child's pose. Gorgeous. And from your child's pose, this is always a good time. Well, it's a good time in this lesson to put on a jumper, put on your socks, get your blankets so you can take them down to the mat with you for your Shavasana, which is fast approaching. Hallelujah! So bring anything you need to, wrap yourself up, get warm at this point, and then we meet in happy baby pose. Apanvalasana. It reminds me, that the Sanskrit name reminds me of a kind of bread that I like to have with a coconut stew that I love, and the bread is called appam, and it's like a rice, what is it? I don't even know what it is. It's like a rice cake, but like a soft one. It's beautiful, and it's just like beautiful food, and it's called appam, and I've just realized that apan means happy in Sanskrit, so this bread makes me happy, and I mention it because I'm grateful for this bread amongst other things. Like when we start to look at gratitude and we really take time to look at it, we realize there is an infinite number of things that we can be grateful for that make us feel happy. And as we do this, we create a positive baseline. The foundation of gratitude brings abundance and joy into our lives. In your happy baby pose, you can feel welcome to move around as is your want. You might even want to play around with just lengthening and stretching one leg at a time. Or not. Maybe both legs, or not. The only caveat is find something to be grateful for, find someone to be grateful for, some part of your body to be grateful for. And quite often when we find the stiff areas, they're stiff and sore because they've worked so hard for us. So rather than say, blimey, my hip is playing me up, stupid hip, or whatever it is, say, thank you. Thank you, you work so hard for me. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Wherever you are now, just gently start to bring your knees in towards your chest. And then from here, just let your knees drop to one side. And see if you can find a position where you can completely release all of your muscles. Completely let go. Beautiful. Let's inhale here. Exhale back to center. Slowly does it. Take your time. Take a moment with your knees towards your chest, just feeling the center line of your body again. And then when you're ready, when your body says yes, drop the knees to the other side. And again, completely let go and relax here as best you can. Okay, let's inhale here and exhale. Slowly, slowly come back to center. Now separate your feet. come into Shavasana. Support yourself in whatever way feels good today. Taking your legs and your arms away from your trunk, away from your torso, and letting them roll open so your little toes and your little fingers come towards the ground. And if you find any tension in your Shavasana, say thank you to it. If your thoughts start to crowd you in Shavasana, say thank you. Observe and say thank you. Thank you, that's okay. I hear you, I see you, I'm grateful for you. As we welcome everything in, we create no resistance, so we can relax a little deeper. And we can be grateful for this opportunity to shift our baseline, to say thank you, and to acknowledge the good that is already here. And to realign ourselves today with this practice towards the positive. Stay in Shavasana for as long as you can, lovelies. But I'm going to leave you now with so much love and gratitude. Namaste.